Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Good morning, Chairman. I hope you're having a good morning, good day. I know you had some technical difficulties last night on your show, so hopefully we can get through this one just fine. So we got a lot to talk about today. We are going to talk about, the Hanta virus a little bit. We have apparently Lone Star ticks that have decided to invade the United States all over the place, that cause red meat allergies. Now, the conspiracy theorists are going wild with this one, of course, saying that Bill Gates has something to do with it. That I don't know about, but honestly, I was just saying it before the show. Like, at this point, I don't know what to believe when it comes to how evil these people are, because, well, we've all read a lot of the Epstein files, and we pretty much know that they're willing to do pretty much anything to get their way. Also, Bill Gates controls a lot of the farmland in the United States, and has openly talked about putting vaccines onto or into our foods directly. So, like, there's just way too much going on right now, and we should definitely be concerned. Kevin O'Leary is building an AI data center in Utah that is 40,000 acres. And I honestly, at this point, I think we need to start asking the question, like, what is the true purpose of all these AI data centers? Well, you know about the mass surveillance, and we know they're using it for military. But other than that, like, I can't imagine that they're making all these AI data centers for everybody to make cute pictures and videos on the internet. So we really need to start being concerned with these data centers. 40,000 acres is insane. It's like the size, or I think it's bigger than actual Salt Lake City, or close to the size of Salt Lake City. It's ridiculous. I went over this the other day, or like a week or two ago, how Meta is in the process of building one too, that is like 4.5 square miles or 3 point something square miles. It's like a third the size or 2/3 the size of my hometown. And I'm just not seeing why we need all of these AI data centers. It's polluting the air. It's using all of our fresh water. And at this point, I don't really see the need for it. Utah was extremely pissed off. The people of Utah were extremely pissed off. But then Kevin O'Leary went on the line and did an interview where he called all of the people of Utah that were protesting against this paid actors who were bussed in. So it's just the same story that we hear all the time. The same shit Trump says, they're all paid actors. They're not protesting because they want to. They're protesting because they're getting paid. And then we also have some audio book that Chairman and I are going to be discussing towards the second half of the show. So also, I want to just say we are planning, not going to say what we're planning, but we are trying to plan something big, something different that I don't think anybody else is doing, something to bring a lot of people together at once. Where we can kind of celebrate unity and solidarity at the same time as getting our message out there. So I think it's going to be great. Yeah, data centers and prisons is what Pamela says. That's basically what this country has become. Data centers and concentration camps. Texas, more reports of young girls getting pregnant while in detention centers, more reports of abuse, even reports of people just going missing. Like, we have no idea where these people are. So we got a lot to talk about. First of all, I want to share a couple pictures of our trip to New York City. which we had a great time. I had a really good time. Met a lot of new people. Got to hand out our flyers. We made flyers. Chairman and them had merch, and we just sat there for a couple hours and just really enjoyed the day. You got into a couple good conversations with people. One guy was a Trump supporter, and Comrade Jay wanted me to come over and talk to him. I'm like, oh, what's up? That was a white guy. He's like, what's up? Or I was like, what's up? He's like, oh yeah, he doesn't believe Donald Trump is a pedophile. I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. I can't do it. Like, I'll leave that to chairman. If you want to have that discussion, I'm more likely to karate chop the guy in the throat than I am to discuss the fact that Donald Trump is a giant pedo. This has also become one of my favorite pictures that I have right now. In New York City, right in Washington Square Park. And yeah, this is just the beginning. This is just our first public appearance together, and we're going to be doing a whole lot more in the near future. Of course, with your help, we could do it a lot faster. If anybody's willing to help out, go to the unityproject.us, or in the description of this video, the website's there. We are looking for donations desperately. And hey, if there's any rich people out there that happen to see this, hook a brother up, man. We could use the help. Also, we want to thank you for helping the kids in Newark. Yeah, the wish list was a big success, and we got a lot of new equipment for the kids for the boxing gym. And our next step is going to be, because Chairman Afrika and his family also conduct a summer basketball camp for the kids. And I just want to remind everybody that we don't do this for money. We're not. I know I'm a content creator, but other content creators, especially ones that are still on TikTok, they're only doing it for the money. They're only doing it for the clout. Not all of them, but way too many people, especially left-wing creators that go into right-wing spaces and try and debate MAGAs, like that Jubilee shit. Like, come on, man. As far as I'm concerned, they're just blue MAGA at this point. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to do whatever they can to get their likes and views up, and I can't stand that shit. Like, we do this for the love of the game. Okay. We don't currently have any sponsors. We don't have any financial backers. We have no ulterior motives. All we want to do is try and make the lives of as many people better as possible while spreading awareness of what's to come. So the next step is going to be, we're going to continue on with the wish list, and we're going to be adding some equipment for the basketball camp for the summer, like jerseys, balls, maybe even some sneakers. I don't know what all the kids need to help them out. And then I'm going to be getting out back to New Jersey as soon as I'm financially able to do so, to spend another day. I'd like to actually spend a full week out there. Plus, I also want to return to Philly. I got contacts on the West Coast now that I want to visit. So we have a lot of plans, but we can't do it without your support. So if you guys are willing to help out, that would be fantastic. You can also help us out by sharing this video on other platforms. So let's get into it. I'm sure you guys heard about the Hanta virus. And at first, this sounds very scary because the Hanta virus has a mortality rate of like 35 to 50%. And that 50% number freaks me out, because I've heard these rich billionaires like Bill Gates and others, I think even Sam Altman, talking about how we only need 4 billion people on this planet. And then when we have a mystery illness that all of a sudden comes out that has a mortality rate of 50%, it makes me raise my eyebrows a little bit. And I think we should all just come to terms with the fact that these people are that evil that they would do something like this. Okay. I'm not trying to spread conspiracies saying like Bill Gates is behind all this, like the internet is doing, but I have no doubt in my mind that they are willing to murder most of us just to be able to keep more for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, the AI data centers are a perfect example of this. They're using all the fresh water. They are just blowing toxic gases into the air. The people that live within, like, I saw a video, they lived a half a mile away or even a mile away from the data centers, and all you could hear was this loud humming noise all the time. So I don't understand the point of all these AI data centers. So first, let's talk about the Hanta virus. I got a video here that we can play that just kind of explains what it is, and I'll tell you why I don't think need to be concerned at this point. I would be more concerned about the Lone Star ticks that are running around the United States right now than I am this Hanta virus, but it's still something we should be concerned about. And yes, it has made landfall in the UK and possibly even in the United States. I think there are reports in Georgia that 2 people are currently under observation to see if they show any symptoms. And the bad part about this virus is there's a dormant period of up to 8 weeks. So for 2 months, you could have no symptoms whatsoever, but still be highly contagious. So let me go ahead and show this clip real quick.
What is a hantavirus? Hantaviruses are a type of virus mainly transmitted to humans by rodents. They can cause respiratory and cardiac problems, as well as hemorrhagic fevers. There are several types of hantavirus depending on the region of the world and the clinical presentation. According to the Swiss Federal Office of Public Health, there is one extremely rare type which can be transmitted between humans. The viruses exist on all continents, and they get their names from the Hanta River on the border between North and South Korea. Hantaviruses are transmitted to humans by infected wild rodents such as mice and rats. These rodents pass on the virus through their saliva, urine, and feces. Infection can occur after a bite or contact with an infected rodent or its droppings, but also through inhalation of contaminated dust. Hantaviruses can cause infections of varying severity, some of which are fatal. The initial clinical symptoms are generally those of the flu: fever, headache, and muscle aches. Hantavirus infection commonly leads to two diseases: hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, found in the Americas, which can cause pulmonary edema, and hemorrhagic fever with renal syndrome, found in Europe and Asia, which causes kidney dysfunction. According to the Public Health Agency of Canada, approximately 200 cases of hantavirus pulmonary syndrome occur each year, mainly in North and South America. In the absence of a vaccine or specific medications against hantaviruses, treatment consists solely of relieving symptoms.
Okay, so again, sounds very scary. Can be passed from mice and rats. They're saying this was as a result of people taking a cruise ship down to, I believe, Argentina was the originating country where the people contracted this. Now, according to the BBC, they are telling us, and this is why I don't want everybody to freak out about the hantavirus. It's not something that is easily spread. It requires close contact. Now, unless it mutates, because right now I don't believe you can get it from like coughing on somebody or just like, I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know. And we don't know what the fuck is going on at this point. But it does say it is relatively difficult to spread from human to human. However, there are more and more cases popping up of it being spread from human to human. Of course, if it does mutate into something completely new, we have no idea. So yeah, there are, I think, 23 people that were off of this ship before they even realized that they had the hantavirus on board. So it is not contained. Okay, we need to make sure that everybody knows that this is not a contained situation. They also are letting all the people off the boats, and they're letting them travel. And yeah, thank you for mentioning RFK, because if we have a pandemic, Chairman, I'll ask you this: how confident are you that this current administration is going to handle it properly? Oh shit, I can't hear you. Are you muted? You are muted.
I'm muted. I was muted.
There you go.
Yeah, I was talking to the General Secretary while you was talking. That's why I muted myself. I was trying to get a video that we had posted on Instagram about how the people were living around here with the rodents and the mice and all that stuff. And we're gonna get the video to you. But I sent you another video of Bill Gates too. When they hit him with the pie. I think this was in the 90s or late 80s. Do you remember that? You ever seen that video where somebody pied him?
No, I didn't see that.
Look in your phone. Look in your phone. I sent it to you.
Oh, did you? Let me look.
Yeah, see if you could upload it here. But in that video, there's a caption to it on TikTok. It said, "This is when Bill Gates decided to kill all of us." When the person pied him, like in '89.
That's crazy.
But Bill Gates was beyond the coronavirus. These people are a different species from us. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna keep it 100. And I'm saying that because we're about to talk about Wretched of the Earth. In Wretched of the Earth, that is what Frantz Fanon said. These people are a different species. They're not like us. We have to look at them from that perspective.
Agreed.
They don't share our values. They don't care whether we live or we die, because they make their money and profits off us. And now with AI coming, they're basically done with us. They don't need human beings anymore.
Mm-mm.
So I don't expect no one in power to do anything to be able to save us. In fact, I believe they're the one introducing these diseases into the world.
I kind of agree there. Like I said, I wasn't a conspiracy theorist, but then when I saw truly how evil
You
these
are.
fucking people are,
You are a conspiracy.
I am now. Yeah,
No,
I am.
no. But let me explain what I mean. No, let me explain what I mean by that. A conspiracy is two or more people coming together to put a plan together. That's what a conspiracy is.
Yeah.
A theory is based off evidence. You cannot have a theory without having evidence to justify what you believe. The ideas or whatever. I can't think of the words right now. Whatever you're saying happened, if you don't have evidence to prove it, I mean, then it's not a theory. So theory is the highest level of fact. Now, why am I saying all of this? When you listen to the media, they tell you what woke is. Woke used to be like, I'm woke to the system. I'm woke that these people are the one oppressing me. They've turned woke into identity politics. Just like they have turned conspiracy theories into something negative. That everybody like, I'm not a conspiracy theory. No, the coronavirus came from the the secret facility that you had in Wuhan, where you was making diseases, taking diseases from animals and putting them into human beings and putting it in the air, and they broke out. Now, this is not something that somebody just made up and said. This is what their own report says. Their own report said that the coronavirus, came from a lab in Japan that they were funding, that the American government was funding. So now, how you gonna look at me and say I'm a conspiracy theorist and that's negative when I'm telling you, this is the money that was allocated by Fauci, by the government, to this lab where they said the coronavirus came from. Now, how am I the bad person? I'm just telling you the truth.
Yeah.
They'll call you a conspiracy theorist. They'll tell you if you don't go take the COVID vaccine, you can't go to work, you can't go to the movies, you can't go out. But then after you take the vaccine, you're not safe. You can still catch it. You can still transmit it. So what are you talking about? It makes absolutely no sense if you're not paying attention. But I don't trust anything these people saying. I don't believe anything anybody in government says. And
I don't anymore.
That's where we're supposed to be at.
I agree.
But go ahead. I'll put the video up. This is Bill Gates right here.
Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates arriving for a meeting with community leaders. Watch what happens when a team of hitmen meet him first with a pie in the face.
Do remember that?
People have been tired of the sociopaths.
Yeah. I know they pitch themselves as like the saviors of humanity, but they're not.
They hate humanity.
These people are all in the Epstein files, okay? They're eating and raping children, devil worshiping cult. It's a death cult. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally worship the devil, these people. That's not a theory. That's literally in the Epstein files.
We trying to save people. We trying to serve people. People like Bill Gates is trying to limit the amount of people on the planet. I forgot what word they call it, but like his whole purpose in life is to try to bring the numbers down of people that are on the planet, because they're saying the reason for consumption, the reason why everything is so scarce is because it's too many people. Not that they're hoarding everything, that they have billions of dollars and they're hoarding all the resources and people are around the world starving. That's not the problem. The problem is it's too many people on the planet. These people are sociopaths, man. They're a different species, and there's nothing that we can really negotiate and talk to them about. The time for that is past.
No, I agree. Let me play this video here because this has to do with Hanta virus because it's spread through rats and mice.
No. Save the video. Let's get what is it? 10/22/21. Let's get into the show. Let me see which one is the first video. Let me play the first video. This is the first video with Mumia.
Okay.
If you don't know who Mumia is, Mumia Abu-Jamal is probably the #1 revolutionary in America still living right now. He was a black man.
He's currently incarcerated, right?
For over 40 years. He's been incarcerated. I mean, and he's speaking from behind the cell. This is an interview with him, I think 2 weeks ago, from behind the prison wall. And listen to what he says about the book that we're about to go into, that we're about to talk about.
Ideological theory is correct about what's happening in the world and what will happen.
Well, I think it's the wrong video. We needed the other video.
Oh, I can pull it up.
Yeah, this is talking about ideological theory. We need the one where he's talking about the book we're talking about, Wretched of the Earth. Let me see if this is actually it. Let me play it again.
Knows what I'm doing right now in terms of my studies.
Nah, this ain't it.
But
This
right now,
Let me.
I'm rereading
That's not it.
the Huey Newton Reader.
nah, not this one. The other
All
one.
right. Give me 1 second.
Nah, it's cool, y'all. It's cool. Nah, because I need you to hear it.
Another book that I think kids should read and young people should read is The Wretched of the Earth by Frantz Fanon. You know, it's true I read it when I was 14, but I was a nerd. And it was mind-blowing. And when I read it today, it is still mind-blowing. Right? I get more of it today than I did when I was 14, of course. But The Wretched of the Earth by Frantz Fanon used to be called The Handbook of the Black Revolution. And this was this cat from Martinique in the West Indies. He went to France and then was sent to Algiers as a psychiatrist after he got his medical degree in France. And he joined the revolution. He joined the FLN, the National Liberation Front in Algiers. And he became a revolutionary. And he writes about that. I mean, he wrote like 5 or 6 books, but The Wretched of the Earth is his masterpiece. And it's when kids read it, they will remember it to their last day on Earth.
Yeah, so when we say we revolutionaries, we mean it like we trying to transform the world from what it is. That's the work that Jeremy do, the work that he drives all the way here to come help us take the kids. I need you to stay for 2-3 weeks. I need you to stay forever, Jeremy.
I would.
Because when you here, it's easier. I don't have to go to do too many places to pick up the kids. My time, I get to spend more time with the children, and then we can actually pick up more children. I mean, because like I live in North. There, people not running down, beating down our doors to come help do the work that we're doing. So you coming all the way from Pennsylvania, coming here to come help out, it's huge. I mean, like these are more children that we can reach out to. But all that being said, Frantz Fanon was a doctor. He had already went to school. This is like in the 50s, in the 40s. Now remember, think about it. A black person that left from Africa, he's in France, then graduated from the university, and now he's a doctor. He's a psychologist, not just a normal doctor. He's a psychologist. Then they send him back to Africa on the front lines of the war, where people are being colonized in Africa. And he goes there, and then he joins the revolution. I think he's in the managerial class. He's making money now. He has enough money. He's on top of the world. But when he goes there and he sees what they're doing to people, he joins the revolution, and he writes this book that we're about to go through. And you heard what Mumia said. This used to be the handbook of all black revolutionaries, because of the things he talked about in there, we're still dealing with. We just talked about the virus, how you get the virus. When you listen, this next video I'm about to play, when you listen to it, it's like he's talking about right now, but in 1963. I hope I'm playing the right video. Let's go and see.
The settler owes the fact of his very existence, that is to say.
Okay, so when he said the settler, listen to him. He's saying the settler because this is 1953, I think, when he wrote this book. He's saying the settler, and he's talking about the settlers that went to like different countries, went to Asia, went to Africa, went to the Middle East, and what they were doing to the people there. In our contemporary time right now, who are the settlers, let's say in Newark, New Jersey? The corporations, the landlords, wherever you live at, the people that are in control, the people that wield power, these are your settlers. So, like, listen to what he's saying.
His property to the colonial system. Decolonization never takes place unnoticed, for it influences individuals and modifies them fundamentally. It transforms spectators crushed with their inessentiality into privileged actors with the grandiose glare of history's floodlights upon them. It brings a natural rhythm into existence, introduced by new men, and with it a new language and a new humanity. Decolonization is the veritable creation of new men. But this creation owes nothing of its legitimacy to any supernatural power. The quote-unquote thing which has been colonized becomes man during the same process by which it frees itself. In decolonization, there is therefore the need of a complete calling in question of the colonial situation. If we wish to describe it precisely, we might find it in the well-known words, quote, "The last shall be first and the first last," unquote. Decolonization is the putting into practice of this sense
I think laid it all over. But anyway, no, but what he's saying right there is the corporations, the landlords, because remember, he's calling them settlers in the 1953.
Mm-hmm.
These people are different species from us, and they owe their living. They owe everything to us, because without us paying these rents, without us going to these jobs, without us giving our lives away to this corporation, they cease to exist.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, America is a nation of colonization and appropriation. I mean, basically most of the major inventions that we enjoy were invented by Black people. Air conditioning, the light bulb. Okay, Thomas Edison stole that shit. He didn't invent it. Okay, he had people invent the shit for him, and he was the rich white guy who ended up taking credit for it and who was profiting off of it. Okay, what is it? What else? The elevator, I believe, the refrigerator. Was invented by a Black person. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on about how America is just a fucking racist ass nation that won't give credit where credit is due. This is again, like, white people pitch this idea that we're somehow superior because of our skin color, even though it's not like this shit drives me wild. It's not like you earned your whiteness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were born white. You didn't do shit. You came out of your mom that way. Okay. You didn't accomplish something and then they're like, all right, here's your whiteness. You made it. Like, the racism is the most basic form of fucking ignorance that is possible. You know what I'm saying? It drives me absolutely nuts how racist America is. I mean, it's why Donald Trump is president. Racism.
Now, if Fanon was talking to you in 1953, he would agree with you wholeheartedly. But for 1953, fast forward to 2026, how many years is that? Like, what, 70-something, 80-something years?
Yeah.
So you fast forward to it now. The white man is the Black man in our community. The white man is the councilman. The white man is the mayor. I'm talking about these people are Black.
Yeah.
The teachers in our schools, they're Black. Everybody's Black. So when you reading Wretched of the Earth, there's a part in there where Fanon said, basically Marx was right, but Marx need to extend it to encompass racism and all of that in it. And in 1953, yeah. But in 2026, when we're talking about it, I'm in the hood. I'm not in the hood booing, boo-hoo, white man, white man, white man. The administrators of my suffering look just like me. We're in a whole different epoch. Because now I think it's neocolonialism now. Now it's like they're using you. They're using people that look like you to administer the suffering. What you call it? Let me see this, right? Let me see what this.
The zone where the natives live is
right here. When he's describing where the white people, the colony, the settlers, where they live at, and where the natives, the people that belong to that land, where they live at. When you're listening to him talk about it, it sounds like he's talking about today. He's like, we talking about the mice, the droppings. This is how people getting these viruses. Listen to this.
Not complementary to the zone inhabited by the settlers. The two zones are opposed, but not in the service of a higher unity. Obedient to the rules of pure Aristotelian logic, they both follow the principle of reciprocal exclusivity. No conciliation is possible, for of the two terms, one is superfluous. The settler's town is a strongly built town, all made of stone and steel. It is a brightly lit town. The streets are covered with asphalt, and the garbage cans swallow all the leavings, unseen, unknown, and hardly thought about. The settlers' feet are never visible except perhaps in the sea, but there you're never close enough to see them. His feet are protected by strong shoes, although the streets of his town are clean and even, with no holes or stones. The settler's town is a well-fed town, an easy-going town. Its belly is always full of good things. The settler's town is a town of white people, of foreigners. The town belonging to the colonized people, or at least the native town, the N-word village, the Medina, the reservation, is a place of ill fame, peopled by men of evil repute. They are born there. It matters little where or how. They die there. It matters not where nor how. It is a world without spaciousness. Men live there on top of each other, and their huts are built one on top of the other. The native town is a hungry town, starved of bread, of meat, of shoes, of coal, of light. The native town is a crouching village, a town on its knees, a town wallowing in the mire. It is a town of N-words and dirty Arabs. The look that the native turns on the settler's town is a look of lust, a look of envy. It expresses his dreams of possession, all manner of possession, to sit in the settler's bed with his wife, if possible. The colonized man is an envious man, and this the settler knows very well.
No, and what yo, bro, like Mumia said, like this dude was so brilliant, bro. Yo, like right now, everybody want to be like Jay-Z. Everybody, everybody want to be rich. They want to be like the celebrity. They want to sleep with their wives. Like everybody that's poor, like they're so envious. And yo, before, like, cause look, people are always saying, "What stage are we in? Where are we at in the revolution?" And yo, we are so far back. We are at the stage where we still want to sleep with their wives. We want to live in their homes. We want to be like them. We're not looking at them as separate species that we need to battle with to defeat. Most people want to be dumb.
Yeah.
And he's saying, yo, the only way you can defeat these people, you must understand in your mind that the last must be first. And the first must be last. There's no negotiating. There's no negotiating for power. There's no trying to be like them. You have to hate these people. Now it's not me saying that. It's for now.
No,
go ahead.
You know what's crazy? I can honestly say, like, when I first got out of the military, because I lived I grew up in the military, and then when my father retired, like he literally worked at a factory. You know what I'm saying? So I did not grow up wealthy by any means of imagine it. So when I got out of the military myself, first thing I wanted to do was just make a lot of money. That's all I cared about. You know what I'm saying? I really just I believed in that whole capitalist bullshit. And that's what I did. And honestly, I've realized now in my older age that the hype leading up to the physical object that you want is always better than when you get it. It is never as gratifying as you think it's going to be. Now, money does not equal happiness, but in America, well, in the capitalist world, in an imperialist world, money does equal access, and it does equal freedom, because freedom isn't free in this world. Okay. If you want to travel, you need money. Okay. If you want to own a home, you need money. If you want to live a lavish lifestyle, you need money. You know what I'm saying? So I really bought into it, and I really tried it. And I got, I was making close to 6 figures at one point. I had my company car, gas card. I was running my own car dealership with over a couple $1 million in inventory, and I was fucking miserable, and I couldn't figure out why. You know what I mean? I was never fulfilled internally until these last 5 years. Honestly, I felt like I was floating through life with no purpose. I was the person who's always like, what is my purpose in life? And then 5 years ago, I found it, and it led me to you. It led me to Newark, New Jersey. It led me to Philly. This last year I was in DC. I was in New York. I've been in New York City now 4 times in the last year and a half. And I am broke as fuck, but I've honestly never been more proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? And I would rather have little to no money and be happy with the man I've become than be one of these rich assholes that just treats everybody beneath them as if they're not as good as them. That's the thing that pisses me off about people with money. They automatically assume they're better than you. Like you have nothing to offer in this world. And that's what capitalism does. There are so many people out there without money that have fantastic ideas, but they're not able to implement these ideas because they don't know how, or they don't have the resources. So now when I see rich people,
So that's the big debate between like Marxists and what you would call, I guess, like conservative Democrats, whatever these people. The big argument is, for Marxists, who you are, the person you are, is due to the material conditions that you were born in. You're the person that you are right now, Jeremy. Me and you talking right now. The person that you are is by and large what you have learned and consumed from the environment around you. For the last 5 years, you've been starting to take control of that molding process, and you've been trying to change everything that you've learned, that you was taught, to make you what? Obedient to this society, and to do what this society wanted of you, to be an individualistic, to be materialist. Yo, Fanon is talking about all of that. Let me go through this one right here.
For his part, has followed the colonialist with regard to the universal abstract, will fight in order that the settler and the native may live together in peace in the new world.
That's what you call it.
Societies, the educational system, whether lay or clerical.
Is that the wrong one?
This is it right here. This is it right. Listen to what he's saying right here. This is deep. Let's go ahead and play it.
But the thing he does not see, precisely because he is permeated by colonialism and all its...
Is that the right one?
I think you just had it
capitalist societies, the educational system.
Right here. Wait. All right, so this right here. Now it's like what you were just talking about. When you talk about something, you get everything that you wanted, and then you lay back and say, like, is this it? Is this all the life?
That's what it felt like. It just felt like it was pointless. You know what I'm saying?
People get depressed. People don't know why they're depressed. People wake up, they're just not happy with their life. Listen to what
in capitalist societies.
Because I want you to remember, he's a psychologist. That's what he went to school to study. And he's coming at this from a psychological perspective.
In capitalist societies, the educational system, whether lay or clerical, the structure of moral reflexes handed down from father to son, the exemplary honesty of workers who are given a medal after 50 years of good and loyal service, and the affection which springs from harmonious relations and good behavior. All these aesthetic...
I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. This part right, I'm bringing it back.
Whether lay or clerical, the structure of moral reflexes handed down from father to son.
The structure of moral reflexes.
I like that.
No. The structure of moral reflexes. Your schools, the media, religion, all these things that are handed down to you as if your father handed them to you. But it was all to construct and mold you into a sociopath, an individualist, somebody that's seeking for money, somebody that can be controlled on sex. That's all you're thinking about in your mind.
Yeah.
And females, they're worrying about their body. Yo, they say females, after they go through the social media, after looking through all of that, they be so depressed, hating who they are, wanting to kill themselves. All of those things are not normal. It's not natural. These are all designs by the people in power that control the schools, control society, to make you that person that you were. And you're talking about for the last 5 years, you have been deconstructing that shit.
Wasn't easy either.
No, it's not easy, because you come up, you're your family, you're the people around you, even yourself. You're gonna have to fight yourself to unlearn the shit that you've already learned, and it's almost impossible. Let me finish. Let me let him cook for a bit.
The exemplary honesty of workers who are given a medal after 50 years of good and loyal service, and the affection which springs from harmonious relations and good behavior. All these aesthetic expressions of respect for the established order serve to create around the exploited person an atmosphere of submission and of inhibition, which lightens the task of policing considerably.
And they lighten the task of policing. So now they could call the police officers. They could say, yo, the police officers are here to protect and serve. The police officers are only here to keep you inside your secured, gated boundaries where you're at. That's guarded by the police.
Right.
I mean, that's why they're only here. But after you've gone through this system, and this system has taught you how to be submissive, they don't really need the police to be going around gun butting you and beating people down. But like now you're going to
start policing the police.
Yeah, but now what are you seeing? You're seeing the police shooting people in the streets, shooting white people in the streets. Like, everywhere you look now, you go back 50 years, the police were not looked at as they looked at today. Almost everybody hate the police now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's up to 1,700 different precincts are now working directly with the government. There's actually been a like $250 million set aside to give to police officers, essentially putting bounties. They get bonuses for picking up undocumented people, which is basically them just racially profiling shit out of people. The other day, I put a video on, actually, I think it was yesterday, I put a video on Instagram, and like a plainclothes cop, okay, ripped a Latino woman out of her car. There's no way that woman, like, personally, I'm sorry, man. I don't promote violence. I promote self-defense and being smart. But if a plainclothes person or a guy in a mask is trying to rip me out of my car, they're going to catch something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. If you go to jail, so be it. Fucking defend yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta understand that you don't know if they're gonna kill you. You don't know if they're gonna make you disappear. You don't know if they're gonna put your children in a concentration camp where ICE officers are gonna rape them. Like, this is reality right now, and everybody needs to start taking this shit a lot more serious.
So when the people see us do the pig patrol, and when I'm doing pig patrol, I curse. I use like I curse at the police. I call them all kinds of whatever. I call
as you should.
Yeah, but people are like, look, you're so smart, you're intelligent. Why do you need to talk to them that way?
Hey,
because we need to get people to understand.
Right.
This is the amount of vitriol that you should have towards these people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no conversating with them. These people are not good people. Are here to do it. The citizenry, the people out there need to see these people for who they are. Let me let them finish real quick.
In the capitalist countries, a multitude of moral teachers, counselors, and, quote, bewilderers, unquote, separate the exploited from those in power. In the colonial countries, on the contrary, the policeman and the soldier, by their immediate presence and their frequent and direct action, maintain contact with the native and advise him by means of rifle butts and napalm not to budge. It is obvious here that...
Let me stop that real quick. Just what he was saying about rifle butts and napalm. Like, do people even remember that an entire Black community in Philadelphia was bombed by the United States government? 2 city blocks burned down. An hour and a half went by. The cops refused to call the fire department or let the fire department come for 90 minutes after that shit happened. So 2 city blocks burned down. People died because of this shit.
Yeah, what was I just telling you? I just told you just now that he wrote this in 1953, and he's talking about the white settlers from France going to Africa.
Oh,
yo,
wow, I didn't know this.
You know who bombed Move?
That's crazy.
You know who bombed them?
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Did you a black mayor? Oh, she put it all up there already. A black mayor.
That's fucking wild.
Bombed them. So when we're talking about when we're talking about class, when we say we in a whole different epoch now, where it's not just race, like the white man, the black people are not a part of their own what you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, bombings, because they bomb Move. The black politician, the black intellectual, all these people are now part of it. So it's like when we say we having a movement, and you say you having the Unity Project, and we Black Panthers. As Panthers, we're not a nationalist or racist organization.
Right.
We belong to the world. The Unity Project. Anybody can join. Anybody that want to come. I don't care what you are. Black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. I always say that from the what's the name of that group? Is it Black Sheep?
Shit! Who's the Black Sheep? We the Black Sheep. I gotta bring it back.
No. It's a tribe called Quest.
I immediately start thinking hip hop.
Sorry. It's a tribe called Quest. This is
Tribe Called Quest. Okay.
I like it more color, black, white, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. Huh? Bro, we said that already. She back there. It's a Tribe Called Quest. But I remember when he said that when I was young, I used to listen to hip hop. But it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're at on the planet. Wherever you at, we need to build a base there. And what do we mean by building the base? When Jeremy says he's coming down to help out with the children, that's institution building. That's organizing. You're starting from the youth. So wherever you are, you want to join the Unity Project, you want to be part of what we're doing, yo, you should be building a Unity Project base where you are at. And we are all working with each other to make all of us stronger, because we have to deal with these beasts. I don't care where you are. Sooner or later, they're going to come for you once they're done with everybody else. That's how capitalism works. Let me let France finish cooking real quick.
The agents of government speak the language of pure force. The intermediary does not lighten the oppression nor seek to hide the domination. He shows them up and puts them into practice with the clear conscience of an upholder of the peace. Yet he is the bringer.
No, but it's like, this is what we're dealing with. Like, people say violence. This is somebody outside selling drugs is violent. This is somebody outside, gang members are violent. And you're pushing people out of their homes. You're leaving, doubling their rents and throwing them into the streets. That's violence.
You're forcing people into situation. Like, everybody has a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's all they're doing. They're just trying to keep trying to push us. Like, New York City is a perfect example. The deed theft situation that was going on. People living in these homes 30 years thinking they own their homes. All of a sudden, somebody come out and somehow bought whatever. I don't even know how it works. Like, how I don't understand how you can live in a home for 30 years. And then they show up and they're like, you got to leave.
Yo, we here.
No warning, no nothing. Just like, we bought the deed. It's ours now. You got to bounce. Like,
yo, we here. We going to tell you exactly.
That's violent.
We're going to tell you exactly how it happened. They pay off the politician. The politician, the city hall is paid off. The judges are paid off. They're all under the same umbrella. So that when somebody, let's say somebody that owns a couple of properties in the community, and they go write a fake deed, they come up with fake paperwork, and they take that paperwork down to the courthouse. Now you that they're trying to take the house from, you have to go get a lawyer that's gonna come and gonna go to court and fight for you. You don't have no money.
Right.
You don't have no money to go get a lawyer. And then you're going to these courts with these judges that they're all under the same umbrella, all in the same class, and they're trying to take your house. So they'll bring you for like 6 months to a year. You go to court, and then finally they'll be like, look, man, you owe all this money. It's either you give up the house or you're gonna have to pay all this money. So most people be like, yo, I don't have the money. You know what? I don't have to pay nothing. I'm gonna just give it up and walk away. And then they take your shit. And there's nothing you could do about it. I mean, but we're going through this generation after generation. And the deed theft people you're talking about, who are they? They're the Zionists. They're the same people blowing people up in Palestine right now.
Yeah.
When I go outside in my community, yo, it looked like I'm in Palestine, because they're all here with them hats on, with the black outfit on, walking all around the community, even though none of them live here. None of them live here. But how were they able to buy up everything? Because they use the politicians. They pay the politicians off. They put money in the election coffers, whatever they call them. And then when they win, they are obedient to these people. And they smile. Yo, they laugh at you. Yo, I'm telling you, where we are going is dangerous.
No, it is. And I'm glad you and me are on the front lines of this. And like, I want to go back to what you're saying about everybody needs to start building institutions. Like, it's not hard to do. You know what I mean? Like my Instagram page you can build an Instagram page for the Unity Project to spread awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we're talking about building physical institutions at some point. Like the Unity Project will have a base of operations that people can come to, because I want it to be a collection point, kind of like the Black Lions did down in, and also what the Newark, the Water Coalition does. They give out free water. They give out food. They, if they have it, they give out clothes, and even books. You know what I mean? That's what I want the Unity Project to kind of be like. And that's the stuff I've been able to learn over the last 3 months, because I've been going through this, like I said, the last 5 years. But over the last 3 months, I've really figured out my direction. Nat, thank you again so much for the Danish kroners. Appreciate it. She's definitely a loyal watcher out there in Denmark.
I want to go to Denmark.
I know, right? Can we come over, please? Help us.
Want to go to Denmark. Yeah, you gonna like what? I want to eat some Danish food. I want to come to Denmark.
Yeah,
we could make that a spot for us to go to. Yo, tell us you're gonna open up a chapter and we coming.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we would do it. And that's the thing. Like, this is the US Unity Project. That's why the website is unityproject.us. I want a unityproject.uk. Basically, we want to spread nationwide, but worldwide at the same time. You understand what I mean? Because
there,
Unity is truly the only way that we're going to make it through this.
If she's there, Jeremy, where there's one, there's two. If she's there, there's another person like her. Just bring the other person to the show. Let them watch the show. Let them have these conversations. You've started the Unity Project.
Yeah, and anybody around the world, anybody, you can start a project or start with the project or start your own chapter within the project. If you're interested, just go to the website, unityproject.us, go to the bottom, fill out the contact information. It'll send me an email directly and I can respond. We can talk. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do this as a unified front. I think that's what you and me, that's going to be our biggest goal, is to just break through to as many people as possible. That's why I think your idea that you had the other day that we're talking about doing, that I don't want to actually put out there yet, is different. Okay. What we're trying to do is bring people in that don't vote, don't give a shit about politics, but are very much going to be affected by what's happening. Okay? We have to bring people into reality.
Don't forget your thought, but that's 90% of the people in my community that don't vote. They had a school board. Only 2.9% of the people in the city went out to vote. That means everybody else, the 98% of the people, don't care no more. They don't believe in the system. And that's what you're talking about, that we're trying to bring out. But go ahead, Jeremy. My bad.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I want to just talk about Jeanette, how she lives in a social democracy. So that's kind of where I'm at, like a socialist democracy. Unfortunately, we need people to handle infrastructure and handle international affairs and shit like that. But at the same time, I truly believe that if we're the richest country in the world, why the fuck is our government not helping us? I mean, they're not only are they not helping us, they're taking more away. They're taking our rights. They're taking our money. They don't give a fuck if gas is $10 a gallon, because that doesn't affect them. If you're a billionaire, you could spend as much money as you want every single day of your life and still have plenty of money left over in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, you honestly cannot spend all that money. So $10 a gallon, eventually travel is going to be just for the Epstein class, those type of people, because we're average people. That's why I was getting pissed off the other day about people like, oh, we're buying Spirit Airlines. Why? Why? I can't even afford fucking Spirit airline prices. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what do I give a shit that we're buying an airline? I feel like people are just losing the plot. Like, we have fascists running the country who want to take everything away from us. We've got armed thugs with masks on in the streets. We have surveillance. And I was right, because my boy Devin called me from the road. I made a video on the way to Newark about how there are now cameras all over the highway. And everybody's like, oh, you're crazy. Well, Devin called me. He was in Indiana. He called me and says he's been driving from the West Coast all the way to Philly. And he says all he has been seeing is cameras on the side of the highway. And I'm not talking just one or two. I'm talking, I saw at least 50 to 60 cameras that I noticed on the way to your house or on the way to Newark. Like, we are in a mass surveillance state with a Gestapo running around, violating our rights. Cops are helping them. We are on our own. So if we don't do something about it, nothing is going to change. And it's just going to continue to get worse. You know what I mean? So
they're preparing. They know where everything is going. They know the gas prices is going up. They don't care.
No.
Like, people in Trump class, they don't even worry about gas.
Hell
To
no.
them, like, they just get inside somebody, drive them wherever. All that stuff is taken care of already. So they don't care about gas. You talking about the cameras. When I walk outside my door, I'm on camera the whole time. But why do they have all these cameras? Because they know what's to come. They know there's going to be an uprising. People are not going to put up with the stuff that they going through. So, like, because they know all this stuff is coming, they got the cop cities. They got like 2-3 blocks around the corner from me with police stations, with training facilities. And everybody think this stuff is just there to train police how to shoot, pow. This buildings are there to house you, to house your children. When people start to rebel, they're going to come kick your door down and they're going to lock them up. And how do I know this? Because I'm a historian. This is what they do in history. When people start to wake up, those that are in power got to find a way to put that shit down. And that's what they're preparing for. What are we doing?
Yeah, we will be targets. The bigger we get.
But like I'm saying, what are we doing? Like,
right.
what you call it? You have the Unity Project. We putting all these things together. We need the people to understand we have to start organizing and working together, because that's the only way you defeat them. The only power we have is people power. They have the guns, they have the money, they have everything. But we got the one weapon that they can never have, which is the people.
Yeah.
I mean, and as long as we try to reach out, we cast a wide net, and we catch, like what they say in the Bible, like Jesus was a fisher. We cast a wide net, and we try to bring in as many people that we can that care about other human beings.
And that's really the only requirement to be part of the Unity Project, is just give a shit.
Yeah.
All you got to do is care about the well-being of another person. And I don't care if you're dirt poor like I am, you still have something to offer. I never realized that until recently. Like, doesn't matter how poor you are, there's somebody out there that probably has less than you, and you can help that person. Like, I don't even care if somebody asks you for money at the gas station, give it to them. Okay, if they ask for $1, give them 10. You know what I'm saying? You just made that whole person's day. And don't ask them, huh?
If you got it.
If you got it, right. Like, if I have $20 in my pocket and somebody's in like I did it in Newark last time, the guy asked me for $1, I gave him 10. And you would have seen the smile on that guy's face, the amount of gratitude he showed. And I hate when people record themselves doing that shit. Like, don't expect nothing in return. Do good things for people and don't expect a reward. I think that's the problem with our society, is we live in a reward-based society. It's like, well, what is in it for me? And we got to get out of that mentality. Nothing's in it for you other than you feeling like you did something good, which I tell you right now is a better feeling than you're ever going to have in your entire life.
No, you're right. You changing the world. That's part of you changing the world, man.
It is possible.
It is, man. Look, man, ain't nobody defeat us over here. We can defeat these people. We just not organized, and we ain't put the tools in place to defeat them. But we can I believe in my heart 1,000%. It's not 60, 70, 80, 90. I believe 1,000% we can defeat them. Yeah. People don't know how to defeat these sociopaths, but we can defeat them. Like we read in Wretched of the Earth. Yo, this is the first chapter. All that stuff that I just played was from the first chapter on violence. The first chapter is on violence, because he needs you to understand, once you start to take your power back and become your own person, they're going to try to come after you.
Yeah.
That's what
this is the same one you sent me, right? Or was this a different one?
Well, which one?
The Wretched of the Earth.
Yeah.
I listened to this on the way home, the whole first chapter. I got through like the first 81 pages, and I listened to it on the way home from Newark. And it's like we have references we can look at on how to defeat what we're up against. Like, because it's been done before, just not America. It's been done before around the world. Like you said, what is it, Mao?
Yeah, Mao
is the one who teaches us how to defeat imperialism. Like, we need to look at historical references, put the pieces together in order to defeat what we're up against. But it is possible. But this version of capitalist democracy, as far as I'm concerned, is dead. Okay, I do not believe we're going to have a fair election, if election at all, in November.
Before we go, because look, it's election season. Like here in Newark, like next week, the 12th, they're gonna vote for the mayor, they're gonna vote for the council people, they're gonna vote for all these people. Then you got the election coming in November. We're about to be electioned out. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. Not one politician, not a single politician is gonna tell you the rent is going down.
Nope.
Food prices is going down. Gas prices will go down when I go into office. In fact, what they're gonna tell you is, yo, we're gonna have to make some cuts to what you barely have right now. The entire system is rigged and has nothing to offer the people. I dare anybody. We can take a list of all the candidates and people you support for them to go into power. Yo, let's see in a year, 2 years what they've done. They're gonna do absolutely nothing. And if they do absolutely nothing, you need to join us. We're going to be here in a year or two. We're going to be here, continue to fight, keep telling you, stop going to go vote for these people and join our organizations. Let's start to help the people directly. We're going to be telling you that. So you pick out, I need everybody, pick out these candidates that you say you support, I'm going to bet you $1 they will all disappoint you.
Mhm.
You know who's
Honestly,
not
go ahead. Go ahead.
you know who's not going to disappoint us? Us. We're not going to disappoint each other.
Right.
So we say, what do we do? What's the solutions? Hey, yo, instead of giving our money to pay rent, to buy a home, to do all this stuff, yo, let's put our money together and build our own stuff, our own institutions, our own economic centers. We're not saying just throw your hands up, nobody do nothing, nobody go to work. Yo, we're all working on the plantation. We are all here working. Yeah, we are all, every single one of us is on the plantation.
Yep.
When you come home after working on the plantation, let's put $1, $2. Yo, we can give $10 a month. Imagine if we have 1,000 people with us, Jeremy, and everybody's giving $10, $20 a month. We're not gonna have enough money to do anything.
Oh my God, we could do so much if we were able to. Jesus.
Can you imagine 1,000 people giving $20, $30 a month?
Mm-hmm.
What you could do with that in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, what you can be able to purchase. And I'm talking about, you don't give Jeremy the money, you don't give me the money. We are all part of a cooperative, and we're all putting our money together to build these things together. So we all have stock in it. Most of us don't have stocks. I don't have no stocks.
No.
This is a way for us to be the board members. We cut away the middleman, take away the bosses, get rid of the landlords, and we are our landlords. Yo, that's what Marx was saying. That's what Marx was preaching. And when I keep reading Wretched of the Earth, in the end of it, that's what he's going to be saying. I read this already. I read it a couple of times already. But in the end of it, this is what he's going to be saying. This is what we need to do if we want to defeat these people.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I got for this week, man.
Nice.
7:03.
Good. I can't believe it's been an hour already. Shit.
Yo,
all right.
That
did go quick. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to help us out, you can go to the unityproject.us and you can read what we're all about. We are out in the open. We're not hiding a damn thing. We got our code of conduct with our committees that we're trying to form. We even have a homesteading for survival section. Okay. So if you guys want to learn how to garden, grow your own food, even food that has medicinal values, you can look right here on our website. Okay. We got photos from all the places that we've been. I got to add some more there. And then you can come down here and drop me a line and reach out to me, man. Let's talk, man. Let's build. We can't do it without each other. You know what I'm saying? This is a 100% community-led, community-fed organization. Okay. And the faster we come together and realize that we do have a chance to fight and we do have a chance to build something better, I think we're going to be a lot better off. And also, if you want to donate, you can go to the donations tab there. It'll take you right to our GoFundMe. And like Chairman was saying, I mean, unfortunately, everything in this country costs something. So if we're going to build this, we need help. We can only do so much. And I pay for most of this stuff out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like I spent more, like donations got us very far last year, but I ended up spending thousands of dollars, even more out of my own pocket, just to do it. So like I said, we do this for the love of the game. Like, and we're really trying to build something special. And it is about unity. It is about solidarity. And it's about coming together. Because if that's what the government fears the most. That's why the original Panthers were such a threat. Fred Hampton was not just black people, but Latino people, white people, Asian people, everybody.
You know who funded them? You know who funded the Panthers?
Who?
It was celebrities. Celebrities and famous like people that had money funded them. You see, but these people got afraid of the government went after them. Mm-hmm. And people got afraid, like they're scared to put their names to these organizations because they're afraid of what the government's gonna do to them. But all of it has always been people power. We need the people, man. We out here. If you're looking for people to join up with, pull up. What did they say? We the people must destroy the data centers.
Not saying to go out and do that. I'm just showing it on the screen. That's all.
Well, all power to the people.
Not saying I disagree with you, but yeah. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week, of course, at 10 o'clock.
You got to drop that song, man. You got to drop our our intro song. You need to get an outro because that intro is good.
I know, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. I used to have an outro, but I don't know. I'll make one. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.
All